It's time for Fan Friday! It is beautiful outside today.
We're going to the Snow Dogs!
So for those of you that may be new to the audience, Fan Friday is where we answer questions submitted by you guys. And towards the end of the video, we go through all the mail for the week that we received from you guys. So let's get to the questions. Lil Fitz from Instagram says, my dog recently got a sore and has to wear a cone to stop her from licking. She keeps running into things and refusing to move. I noticed you put Oakley and Shelby in a cone previously. Any tricks? My biggest trick, don't use the cone they give you at the vet. I'll put an affiliate link down in the video description below to the cones that I have used. I've used the Comfy cone, which I'm not a huge fan of. Still makes it so they can't see, but at least it's bendable. And I've also used the Kong inflatable cone, which is what I used on Shelby. And that one I actually really like. Like I said, I'll put an affiliate link down in the video description below to where you can get that cone. Tegan McGregor and M. Lays both want to know what the dog's daily exercise routine is. Well, it differs every day. As you guys know, we do have a fairly large yard, plus we have 3 Huskies. So they do spend a lot of time playing together. We do try to walk them at least every day, every other day, or bike with them. Oakley can't go as far as everybody else. So when we go for walks, usually what I do is Oakley goes about a mile, maybe a mile and a half, depending on the temperature and depending on how she's walking. If she's walking really good, we keep going. But we try to do at least a mile and a half. Memphis usually gets biked for 2 miles before we walk. Because she's so hyper and she pulls so hard, I try to wear her out a little bit before we walk. So normally what I do is I'll take Memphis for a 2-mile bike run, then I'll come back and I'll pick up Oakley and Shelby, and the 3 of us will walk together. You guys are all imitating cows right now. And then when we walk, again, it really depends on what else we've done during the day. But we try to go at least 2 miles with these 2. So Memphis usually gets biked for 2 miles. And then if Shelby still seems like she wants to go, I'll bike her for another mile. She runs pretty good for about a mile, and then she kind of just trots. And you can tell she's not as into it as she used to be when she was younger, but she still likes to do it. I don't normally take Oakley with the bike because she can only make it about a 1/4 of a mile, and that's too much for her. Are you gonna dig a hole? But they do get a lot of playtime out here in the yard. And then in the winter months, it's different. And, you know, if we're out hiking, it's different. If they have agility practice, it's different. So we don't have... Oakley's getting her exercise right now. We don't have, like, a daily routine, something that we do every day. It just depends on how active they are, what the weather is, because when it's warmer they're not as active. When it's cold they're more active. Oakley's just gonna dig a hole for you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much our exercise routine, I guess you could say. Speaking on exercise, let's see. Yira B says, how much exercise do Huskies need? Titus to the Max says, how long should I run my Husky each day? Again, you guys, it's individual per each Husky. Some Huskies are more... You are dirty. Some Huskies are more active than others, and some need to be run a lot. Like, take for example our friend Mike from youtube.com/pressrecord. His dog Nora, she is what, almost 2 years old. She's very high energy. She needs far more activity than even Memphis. Memphis needs a lot, but Nora is more high energy than Memphis. So you really need to understand the personality of your dog and what your dog needs. Shelby literally would be content just doing this, coming out and playing in the yard for a little bit each day. She doesn't really care if she goes for a walk or not. She likes to, but are you digging? Where are you going? Oh my goodness. She likes to walk, but it's not necessarily something she has to do to be content. Where Memphis needs that extra, she needs to do something to be happy. And Oakley's the same way. Oh, you are so bad. Oakley's the same way. Oakley would be happy just to lay around and sleep all day, but she's a lot older. So you guys that are asking how much exercise do Huskies need? They need a lot, but it's all dependent on each individual Husky's personality. This is turning out to be an Exercise the Husky Fan Friday. Jesse Bugga from Instagram says, at what age do you think is the best to take a Husky puppy home? Most people and websites I've looked at say 8 weeks, but some say anywhere from 6 to 12. Do you think 6 weeks is too young, or 10 to 12 is better for a puppy than 8 weeks? Okay, so Actually, a lot of states don't even allow puppies to go home before 8 weeks of age. I would never recommend taking a puppy before 8 weeks of age. But in reality, a good breeder will know when that puppy is ready to go. Some puppies are ready at 8 weeks. Some puppies need that little bit of extra social interaction with their siblings and their mom. So really, your breeder should know when that puppy is ready. Shelby, you are just being so bad. We got Shelby at 6 weeks. Getting a dog at 6 weeks, you're gonna run into a lot of problems with, a lot of behavioral problems. Shelby had a lot of behavioral problems when she was younger. Apparently she still does. Shelby, you're not a puppy. You're supposed to know better. This is like, guys, this is my hole and I'm totally digging it. So your tongue is disgusting. But anyway, yeah, your breeder should actually know, but I would advise not getting a puppy any younger than 8 weeks of age, and then talking with the responsible breeder that you get your puppy from to know when they're ready to leave their mom and to go home with you. Shelby I got at 6 weeks, Memphis we got at 8 weeks, and Oakley was much older. Shiloh we actually brought home at 12 weeks old. Noko Chris says, how do you potty train a puppy? Actually, we have a whole playlist of different training videos, including crate training and potty training, that I will link up in the card section above. And it'll take you to that playlist and you'll find those videos and some other videos that might help you with your potty training. We got some mail, we got some mail. The first letter today comes from Shelly and Piper with a drawing. And there it is. That's pretty cool. You did a pretty good job on all the dogs. And we got a letter from Kaylee, and Kaylee had a couple of questions. What toys do Huskies like? Ours like pretty much all toys. They're not really rough with them though. They just, I don't know. They like interactive toys. Do they need a lot of exercise? Yes, I think we talked about that quite a bit in this episode. Do they love snow? Yes. And what is their favorite treat? Pretty much anything salmon flavored. And we got a letter from Bill with a photo of a blanket that they actually had knitted from their Alaskan Malamute's fur. They had it turned into yarn and then they had this blanket knitted. That's pretty cool. Maybe we should start saving your fur and turn it into a blanket. Save years and years and years. We can make a lot of blankets. And we got a drawing from Nicole, and Nicole wants to know if we'll ever get a cat. Probably not, because Memphis might be okay with it. Oakley, maybe. But Shelby definitely would not be okay with a cat. Shelby's like, I love squeaky tennis balls. Favorite toy? Squeaky tennis balls. And we got a drawing from Grace. And we got a letter from Kayla with a drawing. And Kayla wants to know which one of the dogs could stand being dressed up. Probably Memphis. That's why we always put the shirts on her from the Loot Pets boxes. And a letter and a drawing from Tara and Bella. And we got a letter and some awesome artwork from Nora. And Nora wants to know, how much mail do you usually get for Fan Friday? All of the mail we get for Fan Friday currently goes in Fan Friday. So each week, everything you see is what we got for mail that week. Except for the past week or two, that's all Oakley birthday mail. So that's going to go in Oakley's birthday video. But normally, you guys see all the mail we actually get every Fan Friday. And we got a letter and some awesome drawings. That's pretty cool. For those of you that don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite movies, so that's really cool. From Liz. Thanks, Liz. Alright, you guys, that's all we have for Fan Friday today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you didn't do so yet, you can check out Monday's video, which was unboxing the Oakley Cuddle Clone. And then Wednesday's video was the April Loot Pets video. And if you want to see all the fun stuff we've been doing around our house, we've been remodeling part of our house, which you guys will see more of that soon here. You can go check us out at youtube.com/snowdogsvlogs. That's our vlogging channel where Jamie and I vlog our lives with the dogs. So they're kind of a little bit more personal videos compared to just the videos that we do here. So if you're not subscribed over there, please go check it out. And as I've said before, if you want to help us grow the audience, don't forget to click that like button. Don't forget to share this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so you'll be notified when we put up more videos. Alright, you guys, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Side note, if you want to follow us on all of our social sites, there's links down in the video description below. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you name it, we're probably there.